Doyle back to the Ranger now.
We're not leaving without the data.
Back here now. We do not have time.
In this video, I want to talk to you guys about how to create a build, because I think the build is just a really, really important thing in all kinds of music. Obviously, in your custom scores, it's just so powerful because, you know, the composer can work directly with the director and get an absolutely perfect marriage between the on-screen tension and how that's supported by the music, of course. So, you know, there are absolutely loads of amazing examples, but, you know, think the kind of gangster movies where there's just like a slow build up in tension, or something like kind of Underwater, the kind of sci-fi kind of horror thing going on, or even something like Interstellar, where there's some wonderful stuff. In fact, I'm going to use a short clip of this in a minute. So let me just, dive right in and show you how you can create a build. Now, obviously, the caveat here is that it's very difficult to create builds with stock music because you've only got what is available. In other words, you know, you find a track you like, and it may contain a build that's cool, but if that build isn't quite as long as you might want, or maybe it's too long, then, you know, you've now got to start chopping around with the actual underlying audio and stuff, and it's not ideal. So let me just show you something that you can do in Filmstro in terms of creating perfect builds for your picture. So let's use this one here called Memorial. So I'm just going to open this up in the app, and I'm going to open a edit. So it's just loaded the track now. As you can see, here's the music object. I just want to bring in a little edit, so we are going to use this one here, which is 300 and something meg. It's an MP4, which is how it can work. I'm going to keep the original just for now, because I'm actually not bothered about the ending at the moment. I just want to show you guys kind of how this works. Now, first thing I'm going to do, if I just press play now, you'll see what's happening. The video is directly muted by default, so I'm going to unmute that.
Go, 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 go. 7 years per hour here. Let's make it count.
I'm going to turn the music down a little bit because we haven't got automatic ducking or anything like that in here. It tends to be that the music is quite loud. So yeah, just doing that for now, just to get a kind of a bit of a preview mix in terms of the balance. Okay, and I'm just going to just offset this a bit. So let's have a look. So maybe we'll start, let's just hit return, start there. Yeah, that looks all right. We'll start on that frame, let's say. So already this track has got a little bit too much going on in the bed. So we are already in the bed, but if you weren't, you could just hit template and then select bed. So there we go. That's as opposed to, you know, maximum or whatever. So the bed is here. I'm going to go into this thing here, which is kind of like, looks like a little conductor or something. And that's the stem control. So there was a piano playing, which I want to get rid of. So let's have a listen here. So we can see here that in the piano and organ folder, you can see that one of these is showing, which is, if I solo it, you can hear that. And I'll just mute the music film. All right, so this one I want to switch off. So I'm just going to uncheck that. Cool. So now that's even more ambient for me, which is cool. And then I happen to know that in this track, when I turn the power up, I'm going to get a voice, which is actually very nice. But for the purpose of this, I don't want that. Okay. This one here, track 5. Okay, cool. So I've switched off what I want to switch off. I'll do this one more time now with the template. Hit return, back to the beginning, and now we're kind of ready to go. So I'll just do this in real time, see if I can just bleed in enough stuff at the right time to just create this really, really subtle, ambient, but most importantly gradual build, because I think that's the key to how it becomes bespoke, and then it kind of really works with the picture. I'm not saying this necessarily does, this was just for a bit of fun, you know, using a couple of minutes of this Interstellar thing. But anyway, here we go. Just unmute that as well, just so we can hear a bit.
This way. It's about 200 meters.
Gravity's punishing.
Been floating through space too long?
130% Earth gravity.
There's nothing here.
Should be right here.
There's signals coming from here.
So I think I overshot there a little bit. I think I only want it to be a kind of half momentum by the time I get to here. So one of the ways I could fix that is probably just draw it in, to be honest. So I'll just go like that. And because that isn't like a perfect line, I could just go ahead and kind of just take this area here, and then I'll just right click and do a transition. Linear is obviously fine. So yeah, that'll do. So I've just cleaned that up. So let's have a listen to this. I like how that depth comes in and these extra strings here. They kind of come in to thicken out the texture just when we have this lovely aerial shot.
This way. It's about 200 meters.
And again, really, I'd quite like to delay that a little bit and bring those in when that frame changes there. I think that'd be lovely. So again, I'll just do it offline in the sense that I'm not listening to it, not doing it in real time. I'll just draw that change in and just see if that is already good enough. And I might refine it live in a minute.
200 meters.
Yeah, see? Lovely. Cool. All right, that's nice. So we're going back to momentum now.
Gravity's punishing.
Been floating through space too long?
130% Earth gravity.
And just turn the global music volume down just a little bit more, because it is quite quiet, this edit.
If the signal's coming from here.
Okay, let's go further now.
Wreckage.
Somehow, oh yeah, when I use draw mode, the latch got turned off by default, which does happen. Oh no, was it when I did selection maybe? Anyway, let's keep latch on and do that again. So, here we go.
Wreckage.
Where's the rest?
Towards the mountains!
Those aren't mountains. They're waves.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
That one's moving away from us.
Okay, so far so good. So when she kind of goes mountains, and then he goes, they're not mountains, they're waves. I quite like how that then starts.
Mountains. They're waves.
Still subtle at this point, but we're just bringing in a little bit of power now just to kind of start upping the ante.
Oh shit.
And then in a minute we can go from here then.
Moving away from us.
We need the recorder.
Brand Doyle, back to the Ranger now.
We're not leaving without her data.
Back here now. No, we do not have time. The second wave is coming. We're in the middle of a swell.
I got it.
Get your ass back to the Ranger now. Brand, get back here now.
Cool job done. So there you go. That's how you can create a gradual build. Obviously I could have strung this out for 5 minutes, you know, or as long as you need, or you could have done it really quickly. So, you know, let's get rid of the edit, say. Let's put bed back in, and let me just do a really quick build then. Let's see what happens. Actually, and I'll also turn on everything else again. So bringing the piano back in and bringing the vocals back in, see what you think to this. Here we go.